Today's Cowboys report, focused on injury news and a new Shaq Leonard update, is made possible by Rhone. Upgrade your closet with Rhone and use code CHATSPORTS for 20% off at Rhone.com/ChatSports. The Cowboys' final injury report of the day, or week, I should say, is out. Here are your three notable ones. Jayron Kearse listed as doubtful with his back injury. That might not be all accurate. Well, I'll explain in a little bit here. Rico Dowdle listed as questionable, but some promising news on that front. Johnathan Hankins did not participate today due to a personal issue. However, he is not on the injury report, which means he will be playing. 6 other players not on the final injury report either, meaning they are all good to go. CeeDee Lamb, Terence Steele, Odighizuwa, KaVontae Turpin, Michael Gallup, and Tyron Smith as well. So will you be joining us tomorrow on Thanksgiving for the Cowboys vs. Commanders game? Y for yes, N for no. Sound off in the comments section. Let's go more in depth on a few of these players, leading with Jayron Kearse, who is listed as doubtful to play against the Commanders due to a back injury. He is not going to play. He did not practice at all this week. No player, at least on the Cowboys, might have been a lot of guys across the NFL actually, who have been listed as doubtful, have not ended up playing. The Cowboys might do the old, they'll give him a workout, whatever. It's not happening. He's going to need some more time there. So there will be no Jayron Kearse against the Commanders this week. 47 tackles this season for Kearse. This is going to be the first game he's actually missed due to injury after being pretty banged up last year, mind you. 3 TFLs, 3 pass breakups, 1 INT. He has not been as impactful as he's been in years past. Frankly, a bit of a rough start to the season, but has settled down nicely for the most part afterwards. The issue for me is the safety room has not lived up to expectations. The splash plays in particular have really not been there. Jayron Kearse, Donovan Wilson, Malik Hooker, those big 3 players have not been the high-end impact options that I would have expected to see out of Dallas this season. The numbers, right? 2 TFLs for Donovan Wilson, that's pretty good. 1 interception from Malik Hooker, but 2 pass breakups, 1 forced fumble. Nothing on that splash side for Donovan Wilson. Wilson was awesome last year. Hooker's always, I think, still mostly is steady and reliable. But I thought this was going to be the best trio of safeties in the entire NFL. That unfortunately has not been the case so far this season. So I want you guys to be objective and honest here as best as humanly possible. Grade the Cowboys safeties this year. A, B, C, D, or F. Sound off in the comments section. One player I think you're going to see more of in the coming days is Juanyeh Thomas, the safety, who I like quite a bit. I think he's going to have a big breakout game against the Commanders. 10 tackles, 0 TFLs, 2 pass breakups. Thomas should be the number 3 safety. He'll play a bunch against Washington. He should have had a pick against the Giants. He dropped one. I think breakout game is coming for Juanyeh Thomas. So with another indication of Kearse being out, by the way, is the Cowboys did call up Sheldrick Redwine from the practice squad, which that Redwine jersey would be very popular with my wife, since she's also a big fan of red wine in general. The decision to call him up, clear indication he's not going to go, or Kearse is not going to go. So mainly special teams, some added depth here, but it is Sheldrick Redwine who will help out on teams for the Cowboys. Don't expect to see Jayron Kearse out there, despite don't let the doubtful give you hope. He's not going to go. It'll be Wilson. It'll be Hooker. It'll be Juanyeh Thomas. Israel Mukuamu would then be safety 4, since Marquise Bell is basically playing linebacker right now. And Redwine would be safety 5 to help out on special teams. Today's show is made possible by Rhone. The men's closet was due for a radical reinvention, and Rhone has stepped up to the challenge with their commuter collection. It is the most comfortable, breathable, flexible set of products known to mankind. You never have to worry about what to wear with Rhone. Comfortable 4-way stretch fabric gives you breathability and flexibility in your pants, dress shirts, quarter zips, and polos. Also got Gold Fusion anti-odor technology, so you'll smell fresh and clean all day long. The commuter collection can get you through any workday and straight into whatever comes next. Head to Rhone.com/chatsports and use promo code chatsports to get 20% off your entire order. That's RHONE.com/chatsports and use code CHATSPORTS. It's time to find your corner office comfort. Upgrade your closet with Rhone today. Links in the comments and the description of today's show. A more questionable actual reality tag is for Rico Dowdle. He does have that ankle injury. However, he was able to be upgraded to limited at practice today. That gives him a viable chance of being able to go against the Commanders. Although it is a tight week, it is a short turnaround. He had tweaked it leading up to the game last week, so we'll keep an eye on Dowdle. I think if he does play, they will still be cautious with how much he actually gets to go in this game. And I think you'll see a heavy dose of Tony Pollard as the lead back, since Dowdle has missed a good portion of the practices, quote unquote, this week. Pollard is now up to 4 yards per carry. Could have been 4.1 if they didn't do the stupid Wildcat stuff. So don't do that again. If you want to use Pollard and Dowdle together, that's fine. Put them both in the backfield along with Dak. Don't put Dak out there at wide receiver. If I had to lean one way right now, I would lean towards Dowdle being able to go. They did not promote Malik Davis from the practice squad. That would have been an option. What they'll do is, I think one of Dowdle and one of Deuce Vaughn will end up being active. If Dowdle can't go, it'll be Vaughn. Otherwise, Vaughn will be the one who ends up being inactive. Huntley will remain active in his standard role, as I would like to get more red zone work. But hey, progress is still being made overall for the offense. So I guess one step at a time. If you want to embrace the meme and see more of Deuce Vaughn, spam 2 in the comment section right now for our small little running back. Good news is on CeeDee Lamb. As expected, he is off the injury report, and he will play against the Commanders. Is he going to be 100%? No. Not many players actually are 100%, but 95, 90, whatever, 96, whatever number we want to assign there, 88, I guess, is still a really, really good version of CeeDee Lamb. He's up over 1,000 yards this season. He has been one of the most productive wideouts in the NFL. Turns out targeting him a bunch ends up being a good thing for the Dallas Cowboys. Whomst among us, everyone watching, could have seen that one coming. We will be live for the Cowboys-Commanders game, and we have daily videos, news, rumors, updates, and more. Hit that sub button if you haven't already for more free Cowboys videos. Doing a go quickly here on the Commanders injury news. Emmanuel Forbes has been ruled out due to his elbow injury. That's one of the Commanders' better corners. Their first-round pick, who has not been great this year, also got benched, but he's out due to injury. James Smith-Williams will not go. The Commanders are already down their top 2 edges because they traded away Chase Young and Montez Sweat. So with James Smith-Williams out, Casey Toohill, who has had some success in the NFL. He's like a viable number 4 pass rusher, but now he's their number 1 on the outside. Then it's going to be KJ Henry, the 5th-round pick this year. Backups include Jalen Harris, who got waived was on the Bears practice squad, and they don't have good pass rushers before they traded for Montez Sweat. Anyway, 7th-round pick Andre Jones Jr. and Joshua Pryor. Great interior defensive line led by Johnathan Allen, Dayron Payne, Cowboys legend John Ridgeway. Fidarian Mathis was a 2nd-round pick. They're good in the middle. It's the edges that are not very good. Could have some success in that area. So give me your score predictions now for the Cowboys against the Commanders. Sound off in the comments. My prediction at the end of today's, or near the end, I should say, of today's video. 2 more notes. Alex Arma out. He is the fullback with a hamstring injury. Maybe nothing too impactful. They have some tight ends that can kind of play that role. Antonio Gibson with his toe injury is listed as questionable. Now, he was limited all week at practice. Ian recorded a game-time decision. He was limited. Makes me think he could go. Either way, Brian Robinson is the better back in Washington. And Khaleke Hudson, who seemingly got injured midweek, was full on Monday, DNP on Tuesday, back up to limited on Wednesday. He is questionable with a back injury, although it might be a lot of Cody Barton at linebacker, and he's not been good for Washington, so might be a positive thing for Dallas. All right, Shaq Leonard update coming, but I do have the Cowboys winning this one 28-17. I will make note the line, which at one point was Cowboys minus 11, because of some sharp money coming in, is now minus 12.5 in favor of Dallas, but I do have the Cowboys winning this one. Before we go, some rumors, updates here on Shaq Leonard. As the Adam Schefter reports, Leonard, as expected, did clear waivers. And teams that have some of interest are the Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Can't say I'm surprised to see those guys get in there. Leonard, as expected, was able to clear waivers. That was always going to be the likely outcome for the Cowboys and the Colts and Leonard and everyone else, because the contract was just not feasible from that perspective. It was way too much money for a team to be expected to claim there. And I do think Dallas is a logical destination for Leonard. Now he is going to face some of the same playing time issues that he's going to face that he faced in Indianapolis. I'm not sure he's going to be a full-time linebacker, and he wants to be that. Maybe a team like Philadelphia or Buffalo, or whoever, could offer him that. I doubt he's going to make a decision today or tomorrow. He'll see what the role looks like. That's how you win the bidding war. It's not the money. No one's going to pay him enough to negate whatever the Colts would owe him. But it's going to come down to the role in the end. Some teams to monitor here. Obviously, Dallas. I think it makes sense. Vet minimum. You can cut Tyron Sweet. Let's do it. It's fine. Upgrade over Rashaan Evans. Buffalo needs linebacker help. Detroit, Philadelphia all need linebacker help. Teams like the Chargers and Browns also could use some linebacker help. The big issue, and why the Chargers, I think, are a good sleeper team, they have got bad linebacker play. If Leonard wants to show he can play on third down still, going to a lesser team like LA, as opposed to like Dallas, who has good third down options, might actually make the most sense for him. But there's alleged interest there. Isn't a huge surprise. Let's see how it all plays out in the coming days.